Hello, welcome to the Psalming Effect. My name is John Smith, a city boy living in a prairie town in Western Canada, serving the Church of Christ in Weyburn, Saskatchewan. And welcome to the Psalming Effect. When I went to the University of Regina as a young man, I remember that one of the television stations, and maybe there was more than one that did this, but there's one in particular I remember, had a reporter that would go up in a helicopter every day and report on traffic and road conditions throughout the city, and even on the weather if there was some weather stuff happening. There's a perspective that someone in a chopper has up in the sky that is so much is so valuable compared to just what a person can see with their feet on the ground. You can only see so far down a city block, and especially if there's a bunch of chaos happening around you. You don't know how far the traffic is backed up in one direction. If you're driving and all of a sudden you get restricted to one lane, oh well, I wonder how long this lasts. Or if a road is blocked and so for how many blocks is this street shut off now? Or they're doing road repairs, whatever's happening. The beauty of having the chopper, the helicopter up in the sky, is that it has a perspective, a bigger picture, can give a better understanding of what's going on and help you make better decisions if you're driving through the city. And so, but I remember they called this the eye in the sky. They would always talk about the eye in the sky reporter who was telling us about the road and traffic conditions. So that's what I thought of today, and the meditation that I want to share with you from Psalms 33, and you'll get it as soon as I start reading the psalm why this eye in the sky idea struck me. Psalms 33, and I'm going to read this really what is the second half of the psalm, starting at verse 13. The Lord looks down from heaven. He sees all the children of man from where he sits enthroned. He looks out on all the inhabitants of the earth. He who fashions the hearts of them all and observes all their deeds. The king is not saved by his great army. A warrior is not delivered by his great strength. The war horse is a false hope for salvation, and by its great might it cannot rescue. Behold, the eye of the Lord is on those who fear him, on those who hope in his steadfast love, that he may deliver their soul from death and keep them alive in famine. Our soul waits for the Lord. He is our help and our shield, for our heart is glad in him, because we trust in his holy name. Let your steadfast love, O Lord, be upon us, even as we hope in you. The eye in the sky. As a university student, I relied on the eye in the sky to help me drive through the city and know what was the best path to take and how to get where I wanted to go. Well, isn't it wonderful that there's a God and that he has a perspective that is so much beyond what we who have feet on the ground can see? Like, he's not limited by space. I can only be in one place at a time. I can only see to the horizon if I'm not indoors. Even if I'm here on the Canadian prairie, I can't see everything. I can see quite a ways, but even things that I can see are off in the distance and I can't really see. And I'm limited. I'm limited by my vision. I'm limited by my hearing. I'm limited by my capacity to understand. I'm limited by space. I'm limited by my size. I'm even limited by time. I can only be in one place at one time. I can't see tomorrow. I can look back on yesterday at least on the yesterday that I had, and what other people report to me about the yesterday they had. But really, I'm limited at really fully understanding everything that happens everywhere all the time. Uh, what's really mind blowing is that God is not limited by any of that. He he sees what's happening in my life, in this whole world, in this whole universe. He not only sees it, he understands it all, and he is sovereign over it all. And besides all that, besides being the eye in the sky of my life and my world and my universe, he, it says, the eye of the Lord is on those who fear him, those who hope in his steadfast love. Not only does he have all this perspective and all this power as the divine creator, he cares about us. And if we will respect him for who he is, and that's really what it means to fear the Lord. It's not being afraid of him. It means respecting him for who he is and what he does. If we will respect him and honor him and follow him and seek his will, his eye is on us in order to show us steadfast love. And there could be no greater blessing than the one who knows everything about our past, who knows everything about today, who knows everything about the road ahead. Yeah, I'm glad there was the eye in the sky. And I'm glad that there's, a doctor who can help me when I don't know what to do with my health, a mechanic who can help me when I don't know what to do with my car, a craftsman, a carpenter who can help me when things go wrong in my house and I don't know how to fix them. But there's so much more to life and my whole life that really I have good friends, I have counselors, I have mentors, I have people that I trust. But there's no one that is the eye in the sky that the Lord is, that my God is. That's how wonderful it is to know God and to follow him. He is the one that helps us through all of this, and that's what this psalm is about. So as soon as I was reading that about where the Lord sits and looks down and understands everything and has his eye on us, what a comforting and encouraging and uplifting thought to know that God is the eye in the sky for my life, for this whole world in which I live, for all of time, and for the whole universe, and not just for all of time, but really for all eternity. He is the eye in the sky. Jesus is for me in 2023.